Hey everybody, it's Mr. Malone, your Comp 2 instructor for this class. I am here to walk you through how to do some research, how to do some library research using the resources that we have here at Cloud County Community College. So to start off here, I'm at cloud.edu, and there will also be a link to this in the course modules, but um, for you to, just so you know how to find it from any other course, cloud.edu. And sometimes, depending on the time of year, there's a library link here in Quick Links. This time of year right now there is not, but if I can just go up here to Academics and then scroll down to Library and click on that, it will take me to the library's kind of base page. Lots of really great information here. Um, you can search the library catalog, information that the college has on campus in book format, in journal format. You can directly search the databases from here. You can also do an interlibrary loan. So if you have enough time and we don't have the resource on campus, you can request it and we can get a copy of it for you. Um, what I'm going to take you into is library research guides, and these are a really great resource because our librarians at Cloud have taken the time to develop individual research guides for most of the classes here on campus. So you can see um, here are the pictures of our librarians if you wanted to go in and chat with them. They're always thrilled to help students. We have agricultural resources, anthropology, art, somewhere English Composition 2 is where we get to our class, and we can click on that. And in each LibGuide, there's just a ton of information. It's a really great kind of hub for you. So there's information on what do we have in the library if you happen to be on campus or nearby. Databases, databases that are really good for researching in Comp 2. We'll get to that in a minute. Um, Literary criticism. If you're ever in a literature class that requires you to do a research paper or look up any information, there's a ton of information on campus about authors, and these are really, really great sources. Um, Evaluating your sources, and we'll come back here in a minute. Information about plagiarism. This video is really, really helpful. And then information about citing your sources. So this paper requires that you use at least 2 of your 3 sources from the databases. And databases are really just um, online information, online searches that you can do from anywhere, but they are more likely to be quality, credible sources because someone out there is curating them for you. They are taking really quality information and gathering it all up in a big pile of information, and then they're putting it behind a paywall. So this is information that unless you're paying for it, you can't really get it anywhere else. And the good news is that if you're a college student at Cloud, you have already paid for it. You've already paid your small library fee. So there are a whole bunch of databases. Each database is different. Each database is a different type of search. Um, but the librarians have pulled together a bunch of different sources. I like for an argument paper to look at the general subject databases because they can be just really helpful. Great. They're not specified too much in any one direction for any one topic, so it's a great place to get some general information. And there's a whole list of general subject databases. If I'm doing an argument assignment, I like to start out with opposing viewpoints in context, Gale opposing viewpoints in context. These are all good, but opposing viewpoints is good at kind of taking different sides of an issue and throwing them together so you can see the contrasts in argument. So I'm going to click into Gale opposing viewpoints in context, and um, you may be asked to log in to this database depending on where you're accessing it from. If you need to log in, it's just your iCloud username and password. And I'm going to um, click into this search box. I can do an advanced search if I want to, but I'm going to click into this search box, and I'm just going to type in mandatory voting, because I think something I'm um, interested in these days. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So, Gale opposing viewpoints. What it does is it organizes things into different categories of information. So, viewpoints, these are um, written by these are opinion pieces written by people who are generally credible. And you can see we've got different opinions here. Mandatory voting undermines voting rights, and then we have mandatory voting reinforces voting rights. So we've got two directly opposing sides there, and then we've got a different one. Mandatory voting is an expression of civic duty. There are 7 of these on this topic. I've also got statistics here, and this is interesting. And one of the things that the Gale opposing viewpoints is really good at is looking at statistics. So I can look at countries with mandatory voting, and it just gives me a list. And it also gives me a source citation. But these are all of the different countries out there that have mandatory voting. Interesting. So anyway, that's one of the things. I'm going to go back to search results. I've also got news articles. I've got reference pieces. I've got magazine articles. So I've got a whole bunch of different information. I'm going to go in. This is a New York Times here. Here's a. This is a New York Times. Looks like an opinion piece. I'm going to click on that. It'll take me in. A lot of these databases are cool because you can actually have it read to you, and you can have it read to you in. Oh, I don't want to actually do it, but you can
Voting should be mandatory.
Oh heavens, you can sometimes select a different accent for it to be read to you in. Um, if I decided that I wanted to use this source, the databases are also great because I can email it to myself, I can download a link, I can print it. I always like to print things because I do better with handwriting. I could also print a PDF and send it to my tablet and save paper that way. I can share it, I can translate it to a different language, I can look at different subjects. But one of the really cool ones is citation tools up in this corner. And I can select here it is, MLA 8th edition, and here it is a correct citation already built for me for my works cited page. That is required. A works cited page is required for this paper. So I can just copy that and send it directly to my works cited page. So it's really great for citations. So any of these databases, whether it's Gale Opposing Viewpoints or Academic Search Premier, you have to enter the database to do your search. But any of these databases would be great resources for you to look up your argument topics. I did say that 2 of the 3 sources need to be database sources, so you are allowed to do um, searches in other places, a basic Google search, for example, but they need to be credible sources. I don't want to hear anything from Wikipedia or Squidoodle or About.com or eHow. So this tab in the LibGuide, Evaluate Your Sources, is a really helpful link. And it's kind of funny. It's I call it the crap test. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you pronounce it, but it's a test for relevance and credibility for your sources. So currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. These are things you should think about and questions you should ask yourself when you're choosing a source. So we've got currency. Is this information relevant in terms of time? If you're doing an argument about antibiotics, well, science is always changing about antibiotics, so that you're going to want something that's really recent. Relevance. Does it actually fit the needs of your assignment, your topic? There are some great questions there. Authority. Is this person credible? Is the person biased? So there are some great questions there. We've got accuracy and we've got purpose. So this CRAP test is a really, really great resource in terms of evaluating quality sources. you need to make sure that if you are not using a database source, that your research is credible. So that is a basic overview of the of research using the cloud resources that we have available through our library website. If you have any questions, you can always email either of our librarians, Jennifer Schrader or Crystal Richard. They get paid to create and help students access research information, and students don't ask them enough questions, so they're actually really happy when they get student contact. And you can also email me through your Canvas inbox, and I can answer any questions that you may have. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will hear from you or check in with you at another time.